Hello, this is Stacy Simmons in Craig, Alaska, and this is ATM 101 Weather and Climate of Alaska, Unit 12 Weather Forecast. While analyzing the information for Craig, Anchorage, Wasilla, and Fairbanks, and Kotzebue for our investigations, I found that using the persistence method and the climatology method work best for the forecasting for Craig and Kotzebue. I think that the reason that it didn't work so well for Anchorage, Wasilla, and Fairbanks was because there was a big variation in the cold temperatures in the beginning of the week, as you can see right there, and then it warmed up drastically, and there was big variations right here in Fairbanks. It's -40, and then it was 9 at the end of the week. So all three places kind of had a drastic variations, and that's probably why it worked better for Craig and Kotzebue. Um, Craig had even less variations because it stays kind of the same temperature for most of the year. In the 30s, I don't see many temperatures going below 20, so it's kind of there wouldn't be very many variations because throughout the year there isn't much difference. Kotzebue kind of had similar temperatures in the beginning of the week, so like for the first 5 days they were kind of similar, and then towards the end of the week there was kind of jumping around, so the -11, 7, and 16. Now, looking at the national weather forecast for all of the communities, they did very well on everyone except for Kotzebue. And I think that the point is that if you look like here on Wasilla, but Wasilla, Craig, Anchorage, and Fairbanks all kind of had similar paths with the National Weather Service. Um, so, they kind of go in a curve right here, and that was similar, different temperatures, but similar paths. But on Kotzebue, it shows that there's a drastic variation starting on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a variation, and then it dips really low on Friday. So that was the only, it didn't follow the same path as the other ones, as all the other communities did. So I would say that it did a good job on the other communities, and maybe something was going on with Kotzebue's temperature site. Now we get into the weather maps, and starting on Monday, so today's weather, Monday, you can see that there are some low pressure systems with a stationary front right here, and then high pressure systems up to the north. There's an occluded front here and a low pressure system right here, so it's a cold front taking over a warm. If we look at tomorrow's weather, so for Tuesday, it shows that there's two low pressure systems, an occluded front here, and then the higher pressure systems up to the north. So almost like that low pressure system either grew or combined, creating a large low pressure system, coming up with a lot of precipitation up here to the north along the boundary of the occluded front and the warm front, and then also along right here, the cold front. So Monday's prediction for Wednesday show that low pressure system went down to the east and then over to the south. So southeast, it kind of moved along and went down, and that it looked like it broke off and left an occluded front with a lot of precipitation around it. And that looked like it was going north. So it was almost like it broke off and went up while the low pressure system moved over and spread out. So the three low pressure systems right here, and then the highs still up in the north. The actual weather for Wednesday shows that there is low pressure systems right here, and then there are high pressure systems right here, but with a cold front and a stationary front in the middle. So if you look at them together, this is what started off on Monday and when it came to Wednesday. That this low pressure system kind of went up north while pushing out the high pressure systems, um, and the stationary front, which was right here, also right here, kind of just stayed where it was. It's different with the prediction for Wednesday and the actual weather. You can see the two right here, but if you can tell that the low pressure systems are still where they are, and uh, they're same, this really similar positions on each prediction. So where the pressure systems are projected, they are correct. If we look on Thursday, those three low pressure systems start moving up north. The two stationary fronts are kind of overlapping each other right here and right here. And there's a bit of precipitation right along here. But there's also a occluded front coming in from the south, and then another occluded front coming right here from the southwest. Today's weather show that those occluded fronts start moving north, and kind of taking over right here with a lot of precipitation and cloudiness going along the boundary. So the comma cloud is being created, and another one is being created down here with that smaller occluded front and a low pressure system. Um, are moving north together and becoming bigger. So the prediction for Saturday, so tomorrow's weather, would be like that occluded front that was right here moved up underneath the other occluded front, which was right here. And both started going north. That low pressure system is still right here, while the other low pressure system moved to the east, but also kept that occluded front over here with a stationary front to the east of the low pressure system. If you look at the predictions for Sunday, it shows that the low pressure systems go along through here, but also that the occluded front actually takes over most of Alaska, and with a lot of precipitation. So a lot of rain, snow, chance of snow, sleet with the pink. But it shows that those three low pressure systems come up here, and there's a large occluded front covering most of Alaska. So the actual Sunday weather shows that all the high and low pressure systems from the Sunday predictions are correct. So where the lows were and the highs were really are correct. Although the occluded front doesn't cover most of Alaska, as in what was predicted, there's still the pressure systems are correct. Although it shows that there's a cold front with a high right here that didn't show, which I'll show you in both slides, and you can compare them. So the three low pressure systems are the same here, but it didn't show that high pressure system right here and the cold front. So that concludes my weather forecasting observations for Unit 12. Thank you.